how are you all doing today?
Doing pretty good, Scott.
Good, Scott. How are you?
In the streets.
I'm all right. I'm all right. We're a man down this week.
Well, a lady down.
A person
We're
down.
a man down.
A big, buff, masculine man down.
Yeah.
But
Who
we're
likes
gonna
to
make
insult
the most of
people.
it. So we're back to the initial Grumpmeisters.
Initiative.
We're now
Initiative.
Orisa from
Roll-
Overwatch.
Yeah.
Rolling initiative. Oh, sorry.
But I guess we should just jump into it, really. Has anyone got anything they want to say? Anything they want to do before we start?
I'm sorry.
That's fair. He says that for all
Sure.
of us.
Yeah.
Okay. Last week, what happened?
We made out and rolled around in in D&D.
Rolled around in the chest.
Yeah. Got a good old grasp of that chest.
Ignis went to a.
Shall I do the
house
what
of-
happened, or have you got it, Jesse?
No.
We got here to the capital. We met a guard, and he's like, "Hey, what's going on?" But we were too stupid to remember what's going on.
Pretty much.
So
Yeah.
finally, we got through. We went and talked to all the cool people, but we forgot what they said and told us to do, and we didn't give them any information whatsoever because we were no help.
Yeah, none of
then
us
we had
took
about
notes.
a 30-minute side adventure revolving around just trying to find Kyle and my chest.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, so
Yeah.
I'll go through what I have down as my rendition of it.
Jordan's was like the very, very condensed
got-
short version.
Last time out, you
Mine's a
made your way.
bridge.
You made your way to Israelware, fighting Arianias, which are
that one.
shape-shifting spiders. You eventually arrived, meeting Horgob, the half-orc guard, lacking in some intelligence. Lieutenant Davros Armando, the Immaculate City Watch Lieutenant, who received some fractured information from you guys about the Crimson Lotus and a demon.
That
was as much-
butthole.
That was as much information as he got.
We also said the Red Lotus.
Indeed, Crimson Lotus, yeah.
No, we said Red Lotus. So we said they're
He said he
bad.
was going to take that information to his captain and ask you lot to just to let him know where he was staying or where you were staying. You declined to do that.
We didn't
No,
trust him.
we told them. Didn't we tell them where we were going?
No.
We told him the
didn't.
other one. We told him we're
Yeah.
at the Fuzzy Pickle.
I thought
wherever we
Jesse-
were actually in
Jesse or Kala
Pink
did.
Sparrow.
In the city, Cain made an unsuccessful attempt to buy armor.
I can't imagine why. It's like the
Ignis
DM's trying to
made
stop
an unsuccessful attempt to buy love, and 25 had
Found
an
love.
unsuccessful attempt to woo a gnome.
That's why I thought they went to the back room.
No,
No.
She blushed a little bit, and that was kind of where we left it.
Yeah. She told
I
me
guess-
she might have a quest for us.
She did say that. She said for us rather than just
Get
you.
to the
as
bottom of
well.
her loin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where we pick it up. So you guys,
Infernal, the massive dogger. Hers.
you guys went to bed separately. With Carla's character
Yeah, we did.
Sarya going first, and then you guys going up to your own rooms after that. Ignis stayed asleep in the wagon, guarding the now shiny chest.
Very
Has
shiny.
become
Yep.
the most exciting character of this adventure.
So that I can sell it in the morning.
So as the morning gently wakes you, the early morning hustle and bustle of the city begins to swell into a noise, or a swelling noise until it's in full swing. As you rise slowly, you make your way downstairs. Jacinda is on the bar, cleaning glasses and replacing them, checking barrels and making notes. So this is for Carla, who obviously isn't here, Cain, and 25. As you guys walk downstairs, she greets you. She's, "Hello, loves." She's got a massive grin on her face, as she's always has. That grin lingers a little longer towards 25 than it does to you, Cain, and towards Sarya.
I didn't notice anyway. I just kind of.
I figured that might be the case.
I'm too busy.
Too busy
brooding.
brooding.
Mhm.
She's like, "Can I get you some breakfast? Will you be staying another night?
I don't
Did
know.
you sleep well?"
Fine enough. I
Okay.
brood. I'm not rude. I still answer her questions.
She's still got a big grin on her face. Can I get you anything?
No.
What about you? She looks at you
Not
25.
currently, darling. But you said you wanted to talk.
Oh yeah, and she looks around, and there's only a couple of other people who are staying in the tavern. She gestures for you to sit at the bar. As you sit down, there's a few chairs along the front of the bar, so you guys sit down. As Sarya sits down, she picks up a flyer and starts reading. Just as she carries on talking, she says, "My ex-husband is meant to be sending me money up from Addersfield, but I haven't heard anything from him for the last month or so. He still owes me for this place, you see. He runs a mine down there, but I haven't heard anything. I don't suppose you would be interested to go and check it out. It's about 3 days to the east."
Not particularly, no.
Okay,
Might be able to help you out.
I can pay you for it. You notice actually she's talking, the big grin that was on her face. As soon as she started talking about her ex-husband, the grin's gone.
Becomes bigger.
She's quite she's quite stern at this point almost. I can pay you to go, and if you bring back the money, I can give you a share of that.
Well, I'm willing if these fine gentlemen are, and lady.
Yeah, at that point you notice that Sarya isn't paying any attention. She's reading this leaflet. She's sort of, her eyes are flitting over it. She's like, "Oh, okay, what else are you doing in the town? What else have you got planned?"
Leaving.
Okay. She looks at 25. She's like, "He's a cheery one, isn't he?"
The happiest. He's the happiest.
I don't know what
of
happened
my
to
group.
Jesse's character. I thought Jesse's character was leaving. Now he's trying to slide into the charmer.
Because we all can't be the broody one.
The War of the Broods was like the plot point.
It was great too.
Speak for yourself.
Well, everyone kind of left me to be the mouthpiece, so it's tough being a broody mouthpiece.
She's like,
Then
"Okay,
why am
well,
I the one doing all the talking?
if you don't want to do it, that's fine. I mean, I don't want to. I know you've only just arrived. I don't want you to send you back out before you've done anything here. Are you staying another night?"
Depends on if we finish our job.
What is your job?
Classified.
Okay. She kind of scoots up towards you, 25. She's standing on the bar as you're sitting, and she's like, if you want to stay another night, just let me know. I mean, you can tell me a bit later. I can keep the rooms as they are. We'll change the sheets and stuff, and
Okay, that would be
Actually,
much
you know what
appreciated.
25 did in his sheets.
We'll see what we can do about visiting your ex-husband.
okay. So you need to, if you do, you need to be looking out for Gordon Fizzlepop.
Gordon Fizzlepop.
Now,
Nice
that's a
name.
gnomish name if I've ever heard one.
Well, he is a gnome.
Up there goes Jordan.
This is me out of
That would
character.
make sense.
Oh, right. But he is a gnome.
Would make sense. Well, gentlemen, what do you say to some fine adventure?
But it doesn't help me find redemption.
Did you guys want any breakfast or anything? Or you sure I can't get you anything?
I'm positive.
Okay. Well, have a nice day. If you need anything, you know where I am. Big grin returns back to her face as she's back into work mode.
Thank you kindly. So, gentlemen, what do you say? This might get you a bit of coin and
So,
get you closer to that armor, Cain.
It's not going to happen. The gods are preventing it. It's part of my punishment.
So at that point, Sarya is still looking at this leaflet. She's like, "Actually, you know what? I've got something else I need to do in town. So you guys go, and I'll be staying here tonight." And she turns to the barmaid and hands over another coin. She's like, "I'll be staying here tonight. So when you're done, just come and find me if you want."
Right.
And with that, she hops off the stool and heads towards the door.
Does she take the flyer with her or leave it?
She's taking it with her.
Is there other copies?
There are other copies of said flyer or of flyers on tables.
What is it? What is it?
Are you waiting for her to leave, or are you...
No need, I'll just grab one.
Okay. So, the flyer says, attention performers. The 150th annual council banquet is holding a talent contest. The grand prize to perform in front of the council and Datus Elding. And then there's this drawing of a handsome man wearing armor. To enter, come to the West Inner Gates.
Does it give a time for the performance and stuff or anything?
You know that the banquet is happening in a couple of weeks. That was the assassination attempt that you guys learnt about. You know that banquet is happening in a couple of weeks. Also, when you're talking to the lieutenant, he mentioned that the council gathering was happening in a couple of weeks, and it must be that one.
But I mean the talent show itself. Is that
it just says to go to the gates.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I take it you guys get up and head out of the tavern, or are you sticking around, or?
Yeah, I guess I'm heading out.
Okay.
I will follow out as well.
So where are you going?
I mean, we got to go to the chest, right?
Okay.
That's where we know Kyle is.
Okay, so you head off. You head off towards the wagon. As you get there, you see a line of town guards all standing up perfectly straight. As you walk round them, you see the lieutenant brushing dirt off their shoulders, straightening out their capes. You know, he's paying extra attention to all of their weapons. He's making sure their armor is pristine and spotless. Again, he looks absolutely perfect. None of them paying any mind to you as you walk towards the wagon. As you reach the wagon, you notice that there is no Ignis in the back of the wagon. There also is no chest. What you do see is a handwritten note stuck into the wagon with a dagger, which says, what does it say?
You sent it to me, Scott. If you just want to
reread
reread that.
It says, I've sent you loads of things.
Yeah, you have.
It says, adventuring isn't for me. Cain, I found a new home in the city and needed some cash, so I've sold your chest. Don't come looking for me, Ignis.
We'll find him at one point or another.
Roll me some perception.
Yeah, I'm not going out of my way to find him. No, but okay. Well,
okay.
We're both pros.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, here we go again. As you look at the back of the wagon, on the floor, you can see a dent that shows that a large, heavy object has fallen off the back of this wagon onto the floor and then been moved. You see a trail leading towards the city gates, and then you see a pair of footsteps or footprints appear behind it, and the trail disappear.
Well, Cain, this is your chest. We'll follow you, depending on what you want to do.
Yeah, if I see him, I'll deal with him. Other than that, I can't be bothered.
Okay, then.
But like you said, he's not adventuring with us anymore.
I guess not. Well then, to the east?
I believe so.
At that point, you see a man in chainmail, chain shirt, thrown out of the barracks near where you're standing, skidding along on his front, literally sort of stopping maybe 15 foot away from you on the floor. Why don't you tell us what that man looks like, Kyle?
not really a man, he's a dwarf. And carries with him a halberd, which is like twice his size. And has a throwing hammer along his side as well. Has a big bushy beard.
So as that happens, you hear a voice, and don't come back. Shout out of the barracks as this dwarf stands himself up, brushes himself down, and immediately make eye contact with you two.
Well, that looked painful.
He probably
Yeah.
deserved it.
Yeah, people, they tend to throw me out quite a lot. I tend to come up with crazy accusations and stuff.
What happened this time?
Apparently there's some newcomers in town that started talking about
My girl.
not really crazy stuff, but they knew about the Crimson Lotus and possibly a plot to summon a demon, but they were very vague on the idea and pretty much kept accusing that they were spies with no proof.
They sound like spies. I'd keep an eye on them.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I'm not just kind of curious to see where the plot point goes.
I pull out a little piece of paper and kind of look at it, and then look at you guys at the paper.
Uh-oh.
Wait. You're them.
When the artist draw that.
Wait, but there's only two of you. Where are the other two?
He killed them. They were spies.
They were the
spies. One was a fiend, an Incubus, who seems to have left our party to
absconded
live
with
amongst the town. And
personal properties of certain people.
the other,
Oh, so he stole from you guys?
Bard, who's
As you say that, you see Galvan walking past. Galvan the blacksmith.
Your best buddy.
Yeah.
He looks a little worse for wear. He looks a bit still fairly hungover, and he looks like he's been at work already this morning. He's sort of sweating. You can tell that he's taking his toll on him working in a blacksmith with a hangover.
Oh, I assumed that if it was enough money for the Incubus to buy a house here, that he must have went in debt from how much he paid for that chest. Hey, Galvin, how much for armor?
Oh, hello, mate. I thought I told you the prices yesterday.
Yeah, but the prices change depending on the day, right?
No, the prices are always the same. Oh, your mate with that chest came in. I told him I'm not buying it.
Oh. That's rather unfortunate.
Well, you said it was yours, and I don't want stolen property on me hands, so I told him to do one.
I can respect that.
He dragged it off down the road from my shop. Anyway, armor. It's 100% more than it should be everywhere. Do you want any?
I appreciate the lack of transparency, but no, thank you.
I mean, it's big city, isn't it? Things cost money.
You'd be surprised. It seems to cost quite a bit and also be 100% in small towns and hamlets and merchants wandering the pathways.
It's a skill to make stuff. Can you make anything?
Yeah.
He walks off.
Good. While my character's focusing on making an entire city of corpses of bone, recollecting on past sins.
I slowly back away.
About it, writing emo poetry about it for the talent show.
He's still walking off. In fact, he's just disappeared at a distance around the corner.
Nice.
Can we hear some of that emo poetry, Cain?
No.
Damn.
Cain is shy.
Wow, broody and emo and shy. Good lord.
Well,
yeah, I ran off to tell one of the guards that Ignis stole a chest, so keep a lookout for that.
Yeah, and I'm surprised none of the guards stopped him. I told him to make sure he didn't take it.
Those were the night shift. This is day shift.
He was supposed to tell everybody. This is a matter of utmost importance.
So the guards, if you run over to the guards are they look at you. You know, they look a bit fed up of your presence, to be honest with you. They're like,
I mean, I told him I'm going. I just wanted to.
Are you the owner of the chest?
Yes.
You're the owner of the chest. Do you want to make an official report?
Sure.
Okay. When did you last see the chest?
Last night.
Where was it?
In the back of my wagon.
You left it in a wagon unattended?
No. The Incubus was guarding it.
The Incubus. Has he got a name?
No.
Do they not have names?
He's the only Incubus that's in the town, I'm assuming.
Okay.
He also apparently tried to move in. Yeah, he has wings and a tail, how he always described himself. Of sorts. He's the person that everybody pointed out and didn't recognize. If you ask anyone in town, they can probably tell you about him, including all of the head people, all the places, and the blacksmith, who's right over there.
So let me get this clear. You left the chest with him overnight in a wagon.
Yes.
And now you're complaining about him taking the chest in the morning.
Correct. It's kind of like whenever you put your sword in your barracks with your guard friends, and then one of your guards friends steals your sword, and then you complain about it.
Guards don't steal anything, mate. He takes out
guards also aren't friends.
He takes out his pad and he starts.
And why does everyone hate this guy? And I point to the dwarf by me, who got thrown out of the barracks.
He's not a guard.
Why did he get thrown out of the barracks?
Does he look like a guard?
Yes.
Have you been in the barracks?
Yes.
Why do you think he was in the barracks?
Because you said he got thrown out of the barracks.
Anyway, do you want to make a complaint or not?
That's where you said he got thrown out of.
You went in the barracks.
Nobody came out of it.
Yeah, but you've been in the barracks. You just walked round.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a guard to get in the barracks, mate.
Then how do you know he didn't steal anything?
Did you steal anything?
Nope.
He didn't steal anything. Now, do you want to report a crime about a stolen chest from your friend or not?
Sure.
Okay, what's his name?
Incubus.
You get a feeling that he's not really writing anything down. Okay, what did the chest look like?
A big metal chest.
What color was it?
Silverish, sometimes ironish.
And very shiny now.
A silver chest now. That would. Why would you leave a silver chest unattended?
I would assume it'd be too heavy for most to carry off.
Okay, I'm just going to draw a quick picture.
And it wasn't unattended. And it wasn't unattended. It was guarded by the Incubus.
I'm just going to draw the one who stole it.
Correct.
Okay. Just going to draw a quick picture of the said chest.
I appreciate it.
He does scribble a little picture down, and he turns to you and shows it. It's a, quite a good drawing of a chest. Did it look like this?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay, we'll be on the lookout. Do you have any idea where it might have gone?
I don't know, but I don't know if guard duty was for you. I think you had other talents that you could have.
There is a talent contest. I might enter that. But for now, I'm going to keep my eyes
I was actually going to try and bring it to that.
I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for a chest just for you, sir.
Hey, when is that talent show anyway?
In about 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I don't know when the talent show is.
That's what I just asked.
Well, it's for the banquet in 2 weeks, so it's before that.
Right.
Thank you.
At that point, he walks off, and behind him, standing there, is Horgub, the half-orc guard. He just looks at you.
I wave to him.
Confused. He kind of shakes his head, and then waves back, kind of discreetly, so no one sees it.
Right.
What's going on?
The Incubus took my chest.
Are we going to find him? Cain? Is it worth it?
How would we ever find him in this town?
I
There's
mean,
only-
I can
there's like
think of a
six-
few
there's like
places
six
he might go
houses.
to.
There's only like 6 houses. We'll never find him.
Well, it's either that or head to the east. It's your call, man. Or,
Well, it sounds like for the time being, we're headed east.
all right.
All right, I'm coming along too. I'm gonna keep my eye on you guys. Find out if you guys really are spies or not. If you're not, then you're all good. If you are, then we'll get there when we get there.
Then you better keep up.
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
I feel like I wouldn't go out of my way to tell him no. I'd just be like, if you can keep up, fine.
Uh-huh.
Is there anywhere anyone wants to visit before they leave? Any one of the other 7 armor smiths, blacksmiths? Any of those?
That all
got
have the same
Gavins, you got
over-exaggerated plan.
Galvins, you got
Yeah.
Gimpleys.
They're all G names. Nobody realizes that all of the Smiths are owned by one company and they have a monopoly.
Uh-huh.
No, that's Parker Brothers. Duh.
Yeah, let's see. Does Jordan want to pay 500 gold for scale mail? Because I think that's what it comes to after the 100% increase.
I'll eventually just kill something and take its scales and take them to myself.
There you go.
Interestingly, this dwarf is wearing what, chain armor?
Chain shirt.
Chain shirt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there.
You can't turn a dwarf into armor. Plus, a dwarf's chain shirt would be much too small.
It'd be like a
Yeah.
shoulder piece for you. Just
Crop top.
one arm.
Yeah, crop
Yeah,
top.
crop top.
Ooh. If we could get him some chain booty shorts, I'm in.
This is my stylish armor.
I look fabulous.
Because you're just jealous this armor works for me.
Yep.
So, are we taking
Jesus
the?
Christ, you hit my armor. Yeah.
That's gonna leave a bruise. Are we
guys
taking the cart or going on foot?
I mean, isn't it in town where we're going? Should we leave the cart here out front?
It's a couple of days walk.
It said it's about
It's
3
out.
days.
Yeah, it's outside of town. So with a wagon, it's probably more like a
Then
day.
yeah, we can take
day
the
and a
wagon.
half.
We're gonna wagon it up.
Okay. As you get to the wagon, the horse has got a bit of a grin on its face. You don't know why.
I know why. I give it a little pat.
Yeah.
A little
25 was mad he couldn't get the gnome, so he came for the horse.
A little kid comes along, looks at you, 25, like, that'll be 2 gold, please, mate.
Tapped out, youngin. I already paid you.
So, tight ass runs off into town.
I shoot him with a butt now.
We throw him in the back of the wagon.
I
Sleep.
mark him with my hunter's mark. And...
Okay, as you're about
I
to
asked
leave,
the dwarf if he'd like to get on as well, so he doesn't have to walk behind us.
as you're about to leave, Lieutenant Armando comes out, the guy you met and gave the information to, and calls you in to the barracks.
We can't go in there, only soldiers.
Okay.
No, but okay, sure. I'll go there first.
Take a deep
Okay.
sigh and then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically
So-
the exact same thing,
He looks
simultaneously.
at the dwarf. He's like, "Is he with you?" Oh, sorry, he's got a different voice. Is he with you?
March.
Don't know if that was the voice or not.
He's convinced we're spies, so he's following us.
He sort of sits down. Armando, who was looking perfect, he sits down and he's like, head in his hands. It's like, I told you about any news from Crimson Lotus or unusual stuff. You said you'd be interested in finding out about jobs for the Crimson Lotus. Something that I'm not sure if it is the Crimson Lotus or not, but we haven't got anyone who can go and check it out. So I thought I'd let you guys know. We haven't heard anything from Aston for about 3 days now. Aston is about 2 days to the west. It's a community where they provide us with livestock, lots of pigs. They bring pork to market every single day. We haven't heard anything from them for the last 3 days or so. Now it might not be anything. It might be Crimson Lotus related. And we can't really take any chances. I'll give you 10 gold for every bit of Crimson Lotus insignia that you bring back. But because I can't guarantee it's Crimson Lotus, I can give you 50 gold if you go check it out, report back what you find. If not, I've got to send Orgub.
I mean, I'm in. A day and a half, 1 day, 2 hours, 2 days, one way. I would assume the reason they've been here in 3 days is because it takes 4 days to get there and back.
He did say that they bring stuff to market every day. You assume that's something to do with keeping fresh livestock or alive livestock.
We would be happy to check it out.
And one thing you'd probably know about the towns of the cities of this size is that they need food provided to them
Constantly.
And most of that, because there isn't room in the city to grow food, there's communities set up around large cities to provide wheat, to provide barley, to provide cattle, and all the resources that they need. You'd probably find lots of towns, mining towns around areas like this as well, providing a steady flow of minerals to the city as well. So in fact, you probably passed one or two on the way in, sort of off side roads without going to them. What do you say?
We will gladly check it out for you.
It's just apparently going to take us about 5 days to get there.
No, it's only a couple of days.
Yeah, but we have other places to go first.
Okay. If you can't go, then let me know and I'll send someone else. He looks out the door and sees out the window, and he sees Horgub standing there picking his nose.
Maybe this dwarf can help you out.
Rather he didn't actually.
I mean, like I said, I'm not leaving my eyes off of you guys until I know the truth.
Sounds like he's going with us.
What happened to the other two anyway?
One robbed me of my possessions.
All right.
And the other one.
And the other was an Incubus.
Have you made a complaint or made a report?
No. I'd like to though, if you don't appreciate it.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, speak to one of the men outside. Steer clear of Orgub if I was you. They'll be happy to take some. They'll be, I'm sure they'll be happy to help.
I don't feel like that's the case, but thank you.
Case, was that a joke? Anyway.
No.
Yeah, let me know if you can't go and I'll send someone else. Not
Cain doesn't joke. We will take care of it.
Appreciate it. If it's Lotus, and it's too big for you guys to handle, then bring the information back as quickly as possible. He leans into you at that point. He's like, see, the issue
Personal
is
bubble.
The issue is the council, inverted commas, doesn't really believe the threat of the Crimson Lotus, whereas Datus Eldin, the leader of the head of the council, believes sincerely in the threat of the Crimson Lotus. So he's having a hard time convincing the rest of the council to send out the military to deal with them. Hence the reason why we're getting, and he does it again, mercenaries in inverted commas to track their movements.
Makes sense. Unfortunately.
Yep, indeed does.
Keep an eye on this one as well, as he points at the dwarf who hasn't introduced himself.
Yeah. Yeah, we can see his name on his character, but he definitely hasn't said it. But that's fine. I mean,
he will always be in the corner of my eye, mainly because his stature. But
anyway, this chest, what happened to it? I thought he was your friend. He was looking after it.
You and me both.
He'd have taken it to one of them.
I've been betrayed yet again.
I'd assume he'd have taken it to one of the blacksmiths to sell. I'd try there.
I appreciate that.
Well,
I spoke to Galvin, and I know it apparently wasn't him.
So if he didn't buy it, where did he go after that?
Apparently, they're Gramgors or Gorbars or Gimbals.
I doubt we'd have taken it to any of them because they're not real.
Those are the old names you gave us.
He thinks to a second. He's like, down there. The only other place down. I mean, it was a big old chest. The only other
Huge
place
chest.
down there is probably Johnny's. Oh well. If we come across the chest, we'll let you know. But you know, if we see the incubus, we'll bring him in for questions. But
It would probably be smartest to just burn him at the stake. I
No,
mean, he did steal a useless metal chest after all.
we don't do that anymore, mate.
Oh, drown him with the chest tied to his ankles.
We probably won't do that either.
Put him in the chest. Drop it in the river.
No, probably not that. We might just put him in a cell.
And drop the chest on him.
You know, if there's proof that he actually did take it.
I mean, there's the trail.
What there's a trail.
Yeah,
Well, why haven't you followed it?
I can't be bothered. That's
Okay,
the job of the guard. That's the job of the guard in this town.
Well, it's because the trail ends like what,
Yeah,
about
we're
like
not
20
telling them
feet?
Yeah, but what you also know is that Galvin said that he dragged it off after.
Also, I refuse to believe he has the strength to fly with the chest.
He's like, you know, I mean, ultimately, if you're not going to look into it, chances of us looking into it, we'll definitely get to it at some point, but just not right now.
Understandably, we'll get to your quest at some point as well. Just
Okay.
not
Well,
right
if
now.
not, just let me know and I'll send someone else. Not a problem.
Will do.
Super. And he points at the door.
Good work. That's a door.
And he opens the door.
Have a nice day, and I wait for him to leave, and I stay in the
He sits back down.
I stay laying against the wall with my arms crossed.
I think he wants us to leave now.
I just follow with 25. Yeah. No, at that point, I just wanted to kind of carry on. My wayward son.
No, as we're walking out, I said, sorry, lot of things happened, but my name is Torb Hammerfist. Pleasure to meet you, fellas. I have a description of you, but I don't have your names.
That's grumpy.
He's sneezy. Which works just like you.
I take out my little sheet. Right? Grumpy and sneezy.
So, gentlemen,
Oh,
what's our next?
I'll let you make the judgment call.
So quick out of game question, I suppose. That 2 days to the west, is that 2 days by foot or by?
Yeah, it's both of them are 2 days by foot. Going by wagon, you can probably.
So they're about the same.
Yeah, they're sort of similar distances. I say go by wagon, you can shave maybe half the time off. You probably can't, based on your horse and wagon.
Yeah,
that's true.
But you know,
my driving skills as well.
You're talking about a day or so to get to either location on.
Okay,
wagon.
so they're about the same.
Yeah, pretty much, and they are pretty much in complete opposite directions in terms of, you know, you head out of the city, you get to a sort of a crossroads, and you're going into different directions. So you should split the party.
Yes. Cain will go one way, I'll go the other. Torb.
That's gonna make issues for Torbjorn.
You have to pick a favorite.
He'll send his turret with one of us.
Yeah.
To be fair, I was thinking about being an artificer, but that would have been like
amazing.
It would have been, but I didn't feel like reading up on all that.
Well, I suppose food is a little bit more important than random gold.
Then your booty call?
Than random gold. And, so I guess we're gonna head west.
Okay.
So be it.
Sure. And hopefully,
let's just hope we can make it back in time for the nice big talent show, so we can save the rec center.
The prize is $23,000, and that's exactly how much they need.
What town are you going to?
The one to the west.
It was Alton or something.
The worst.
The worst. I know. It was Aston.
Aston. See, come on, I was close. Jesus Christ.
No, my character's not sure. He didn't.
Just the worst.
Okay. What? I'm keeping it in character. I'm not even allowed to know the Incubi's name.
Okay, so you start heading out. Road is quite busy. It's, you're getting towards maybe 10, 11 o'clock. Lots of traffic coming into the city, less leaving at that time of the day. You see lots of goods being brought into the city. There's food, there's drinks, there's raw resource, there's wood, there's everything heading down this main road into the town. As you leave, you eventually come to a crossroads heading east and west. You head off to the west towards the coast. You're sort of in the northwest part of Tehran. Israel isn't too far away from sort of a couple of coasts, so you're quite close to the sea as you head out in that direction. As you head to Aston, the road, which is still relatively busy, starts to quieten down as you pass several signposts leading to other towns. Eventually, the road gets narrower and less busy. As you reach maybe halfway through the day, so you get to maybe sort of 2 o'clock in the afternoon, sun's blazing down. It's a particularly hot day. You're making good progress. You're probably going to be there by, if you stop for a camp, you're probably going to be there first thing in the morning. If you push through, you can probably get there sort of midnight, maybe a little bit earlier than that, depending on how hard you want to push it. The day goes by fairly uneventful. Nothing particularly exciting happens. It's a fairly quiet road. You tend to get. I think Jesse might be talking, but I'm not sure.
No chests along the road while we're walking.
You don't see any chests. You can't see anything of that ilk. But it gets to about 7 or 8 o'clock. You're still maybe 5 hours or so away from the town. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to keep going? Are you going to push on through? Are you going to?
Gentlemen, do we want to camp or do we want to push?
What 25's got planned?
I'm okay to push. I don't mind night fighting.
Same,
I can see great.
Even if we stay, we might have to do night fighting. So,
what makes you think it's going to be fighting?
Because that's what 25 mentioned.
Okay.
Then we push on.
I mean, that's going to be one of the biggest concerns if you're going to be out here or traveling at night. There's some sort of ambush or attack or assault or other synonym
and whatnot.
This is the wild
and just the monsters that come out at night.
Okay, so as you push on, a couple of hours go by, nothing exciting happens. Starting to get closer and closer to the town. As you reach maybe a couple of miles out of the town, you start to see, even in the sort of dark sky, you start to see black smoke billowing out into the distance, into the sky from where you are. It's a big plume of black smoke. The only direction you can assume is Aston. It seems to be the only thing on any of the signposts as you head this way. You continue down the road. You start to get a little bit closer. Maybe. Is there a question?
So we just see smoke. There's no
just smoke. All you can see is, and it's too big to be smoke from a house or something. It has to be a fire, right. a fire that's been.
Well, I guess up. What I mean is, since it's night, we don't see fire or a brightness coming in. Because usually, if see
okay. I don't think we're close enough. It's like the smoke's like over a giant hill or whatever.
Well, if it's black smoke, they must be burning leaves. So I think we'll be fine.
You're in on a road that's sort of wooded, etc. It still loops a couple of times. If you get maybe 500 foot away from the town, you start to see a light glowing from the town where this large fire is occurring. You don't hear anything, but you do see, say, the flicker of flame in the distance. Still smoke billowing out of the town. Roll me some perception.
Alrighty.
11 total.
Yeah, it's 10 total.
Got 18.
There you go.
Okay. Actually, 25. You're. I take it at the front of the wagon.
Yeah.
You tend to be. You notice something sticking out at the bottom of a hedge just up ahead.
A chest.
You can't quite see what it is, but you sort of point towards the other two. And Torb, you notice that it's a pair of feet.
I'll pull the wagon over.
Okay. So as you pull the wagon over to the side, you all hop down. They don't seem to move. They don't seem to react. They seem to be very, very still.
Like zoinks. I hope there's a body attached. I want to make it a character that's Shaggy Rogers. We should have made the gang. Anyway, go on.
Is there a body attached?
I mean, there's legs.
Gonna walk over and have a little look.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you walk over,
I'm still sitting in the wagon just in case.
The other side of the bush, you can see this is a young lady. Throat has been slit. She's been dumped in this bush. There's blood on the floor. You can see it sort of seeping out. As you look further down the road, maybe another 100 or so foot away, you see a couple more bodies laying in the middle of the road. 2 adults. A little bit past that, you see a child.
All dead, not moving.
They don't seem to be moving.
Now, does it look like fresh, or a couple days, or what are we talking?
Looking at the blood, it looks like it's not been a huge amount of hours. It looks like it's relatively fresh, certainly within a day.
Okay. Now was I the only one who got down, or?
Yeah, I stayed in the wagon just in case.
Torb?
Yeah, I got down as well.
All right. Well, I'll make my way back over to the wagon and say, I think we should go by foot from here.
Okay, I step down.
Okay.
And
or are you just going by foot?
Well, being with these guys, I'm not gonna stealth and just poof, but kind of taking it slow and I'm not walking down the middle of the road.
I said, if you needed to go on an adventure, we could stay here while you stealth about the area.
I think we're better staying together. This doesn't look friendly.
Definitely not friendly.
Okay.
Not that you're all that friendly anyway, Cain, but it's a little bit better than this.
I've never betrayed your trust.
Wait, his name is Cain, not Grumpy?
That's the nickname he's given me.
Yeah.
Because he calls me Grumpy. It's like I'm old and need a cane.
Oh, okay, I get it.
I call him 25 because he's so much younger.
It's an odd name.
Do I need to roll the seat, or is he just going to go with it?
I'm just going to go with it.
Okay, cool.
What is your intelligence? No, anyway, right. Let's,
I agree. I think 25 is an odd name.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a name regardless. My character still was unsure.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, my character doesn't really remember the name Ignis right now because it's one of those things where I just kind of put everything out of my mind that I'm not focusing on. So it's like 25's in my party, so I'll remember that. Ignis left, so he's the Incubus.
That makes sense.
So these bodies laying on the floor, the ones that you haven't quite got to yet, are maybe 200 foot away or so from the the opening towards the town. This town doesn't have any walls. Actually, you stand to the left of the road, you can see the flames rising above, the tree line and some in the distance. It's only, from what you can see, it looks like it's a contained fire. It's not spread. It seems to be in one central area. There's only one sort of plume of smoke heading up.
Slowly make our way.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, I'm following.
Okay, so as you begin to approach, the road sort of comes to an opening where it has been sort of tree lined. It comes to a bit of an opening. You see in front of you, you see a number of fields in this opening. They clearly have been where pigs have been stored, knowing that this is a livestock sort of town, and has been breeding pigs for the capital. Lots of little houses. You see a smaller path leading into town, tree lined. There's buildings dotted around. Fair amount of buildings. It looks like quite a large town that's sort of grown as time's gone on. So it's sort of sporadically built outwards. You still just walking up, or
what kind of are there any sounds coming from the town at all, or is it?
Roll me some perception.
Is that everybody or just Tim?
Whoever wants to.
I should probably roll perception just in
Yep.
case.
I
Agreed.
hear my blood just pounding in my ears, and that's it.
That's
Got a nat 1, and
That's-
so
Wow.
proud.
2 nat
I got-
1s.
I got 21.
You hear yourself breathing.
Mhm.
25.
Yeah, they both got a nat 1.
Yeah.
Epic fail.
Torb, you hear him breathing.
You think he died? You don't hear his breath.
Cain, you stand a few steps away from them, and you focus, and you hear the crackle of a fire. You hear a lot of movement, a lot of feet on dirt as people are moving around. You hear laughter. You hear lots of men's voices.
But I don't see
Carrying
any
off.
of this in these vast
You
open
You
fields.
don't see any of it yet, but as you approach sort of the end of the path, let me see if I can bloody roll 20. It's the worst.
You got a map? Maybe?
We got a map.
Maybe.
The
Got a monster map.
So as you
there it
you're
is.
right at the very bottom of this.
Yeah, it's at the bottom.
Uh-huh.
As you reach, so if you imagine this bottom line here where you are is sort of a bush-lined area, where you're standing at the moment is kind of in the path. You see two men dressed in red standing directly in front of you, far enough away not to have noticed you at this moment in time.
Is that what those circles are?
Yep.
Okay.
Do they have a white lotus on their chest?
You roll me some perception.
This is the redemption
6
roll.
total. 6 total.
15.
Cain, are you rolling, Torb?
Yeah.
Does he know what the Crimson Lotus even is?
Me? Yeah.
I mean, if he
Cain.
lives in this town, probably.
Tell
Okay.
me.
Cain, you
In
notice
Israelware, at least.
you notice this is identical armor to what you've seen before. Torb, you can't quite make it out from where you are
Mhm.
and what you're looking at this moment in time. 25, you got no idea.
No. I see pretty trees. And
But yeah, Cain, you are 100% sure that these are Crimson Lotus.
Okay. So without even really thinking about it, I just kind of whisper over to at least 25 Crimson Lotus.
As you are you staying where you are? Or what are you doing?
Well, he's the one with stealth, range, and all
along-
of that, so I'm gonna let him
along
make the
this
judgment call.
along this area here is sort of a bush line. So this is like a large clearing. So where you've been walking down tree-lined roads, there's sort of foliage to the left and the right of this path, and then it opens up to where the fields and houses and so on are. Each one of these light brown things is a house. Each one of these dark brown things is a field essentially. What you do notice is that all of these fields are empty. All of the fields that you can see at this moment in time, absolutely empty.
So
and now
it's not a 20-minute conversation because I have to be all broody and stuff. Basically, I tell 25 that I heard a lot of people. So I don't know if any of them could be hiding either in the woodwork or even in the houses. But if not, maybe we could try and use those trees as some sort of ambush point to lure those guys in and find out what happened here. We need one alive.
We need one alive. Okay.
Well, we don't need him alive, but it would be preferable.
Right.
Yep.
I disappear.
Hmm.
I didn't see that on your character sheet.
And then, you somehow just got rid of my character.
Yeah, you got rid of him with Collis.
So I disappear.
Oh, I see. You do disappear.
Controls it.
Yeah, afraid not. Afraid not.
It's okay. I didn't have control of him anyway. So, wow, that's
that's a guy with
gained
a
a sickle.
Yeah,
I found a sickle.
You need a new character, all right? Is that safe to say?
Scott, is you go into a different scene that has 25, just copy paste on.
Yeah, but I'm guessing you need a character, my friend.
Me? Yeah.
Well, that's you lucky devil.
Ah.
Nice.
Oh no, you stepped out. They can all see you.
Dun dun dun. I don't have control of him, by the way.
All right, keep your bloody hair on, man.
No.
Jeez.
No, it's falling out.
Man,
no.
The dwarf is massive.
Yeah.
Okay, hopefully you've now got control of him.
Nope.
Not you.
Yes.
You're not a character.
I
You're
do.
not a character. You're still going to be Ignis for the purposes of this, my friend. Because I haven't made you yet.
Sure.
I'm too small to fit in the squares.
Although I did change Ignis's name to Torb. Because I can do that.
So
hopefully.
Both these guys, they look similar in stature and kind of dress and.
Yeah, they look very, very similar.
So why is Scythe with us?
Because that's
There
that's
we go.
the new.
That's Torb.
Yep.
I thought he said that he was going to keep the same. Okay.
I'm going to make you slightly bigger. Because I can barely see you myself.
Yeah.
There we go. He's quite a large dwarf. Right.
Yeah.
So you're rolling some stealth, are you? 25?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd probably be best for him to check the
Nat 20.
Wow, yeah, it'd be really good for him to check the woodwork and all in the houses and everything.
What are you two doing? Are you staying where you are? Are you?
I'm waiting to see what 25's report is on if he spotted anything around there, and if not, if it's a good place for us to wait out.
Are you just standing in the middle of the road? Are you?
Well, I mean, I want to move to the sides, obviously, so that there's something blocking us.
Are you hiding, or are you
gonna get behind this bush?
I mean, I'm gonna have to at least try and hide it.
Okay, roll me some stealth if you're hiding.
Well, I got a 3.
Okay.
So I think what's that bring my total to? So I mean, my anus might be popping out, but that's okay.
Wouldn't that be 2? Because doesn't stealth go by dexterity?
It is dexterity, you're right. So yeah, 2.
I got 12.
You don't get disadvantage because of your armor or anything.
Nope.
Okay. So you two are hiding.
One of the few that doesn't.
This area here is sort of bush lined. If this is where you want to stay, or you can move up if you want to.
No, I still wanted to stay back. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't in their line of sight.
Okay. Yeah. So you can't see it, but all this area where I've just moved you to is a row of sort of bushes, trees, etc. Not on the path. So just off the map here is kind of foliage.
All right.
Where at?
Where your character is
where
now.
we are. It's like the bushes continue down.
Oh, okay.
It's like the bushes go the. Oh.
There's still a gap here, but all this area along
I see.
all this area along here is bushes.
Is bushes. All right.
Okay. So 25. You're sneaking around the back of that house?
Yeah, I want to see if there's any windows or anything I can look in to see what the situation is.
Okay.
Plus, we'd see if anybody's over there. Hopefully.
So as you look in this house, looks empty from the first window you look in. It's dark. Looks like there's furniture and stuff thrown around, or these people are just really messy. But it certainly looks like it's been, it's been turned over.
Gotcha.
Can't see anyone inside it from this window.
Fair enough. Head on over to the next house.
Okay. If you get here, you see another couple of guards heading out this way. Same sort of thing. They're heading in this direction towards the what you assume is the main square. You also hear another couple of guards in this direction.
Okay. Nothing in the house though.
As you look in this one, similar sort of thing. The door is just in front of you, but again, that looks like it's been turned over. This one connected to the field. Looks like it's got lots of farming equipment outside. There's lots of straw, etc., sort of outside, but doesn't look like there's anyone in. It's very dark in there as you look, but with your vision, you can see that it's a bit of a mess as well.
Okay. Now this over here is that like a barn or is it another house?
It looks like it. Yeah, they're all kind of wooden buildings, so it's difficult to tell from the outside. But some of them, this one here looks taller than the rest. You assume that's some kind of barn, but it's difficult to tell. They all look very much like the rest.
All right. Well, I'll make my way over and check this barn house thing.
As you get to it, it is a barn. There's an opening through both sides, so you can sort of see out into this next building here as well. This looks like it's been untouched. No one in there. Nothing really in there, but there's just some farming equipment to the side. Big bale of straw. Doesn't look like it's got a great deal in. As you walk past this field, you notice that it's clearly been occupied for a while. It's had things in it fairly recently. There's lots of footmarks. There's still food in troughs, etc., but completely empty. As you look in the window of this house here, can't see anything. But as you get there, roll me some perception.
Will do. 5 total.
Okay. You can't pick anything specific up, but you do hear a lot of chatter coming from this area here, where you hear the crackling of the fire. But you hear a lot of chatter coming from that noise, and you're talking, from your point of view, maybe 20 or so voices.
So we can't see what the fire is, though.
Not from where you are at the moment. I guess the light from the fire is causing a bit of an issue. You can't see anyone from where you are right now, and from your point of view, 25, the angle is obstructed a bit.
Okay. I'm gonna head back to them.
Okay.
And kind of gather them around, let them know that, from the houses I looked in, it looks like they've gone through and ransacked the town. Looks like they've hit everything up. I explained that there were more guards over here that I heard 4, but we can assume that there's more than that, and we can assume that there's more on the other side of the path on the left in all those buildings.
At that point, you watch as a large man, maybe 7 foot, wearing plate armor, this red helm with horns on, large sword on his back, walks out from between these two houses. A man beside him, a smaller man wearing robes, sort of walking along beside him. They walk past these 2 guards, who both kind of bow down to them as they walk past, and they walk up towards the main part of the square. As that happens, the chatter goes silent. As they reach the square, the noise goes silent. You just hear crackling of flames.
I think those were the bosses.
I think they fell in the fire and died. That's why they went quiet.
Oh, nice. I stand up straight and just start walking down the
So, yeah, again, out of character, I guess I'm just kind of getting to where I'm saying it's up to you guys if we either try and do something here, or if we take his other advice and go back and report what happened or what we saw. By the time we got back, of course, they'll probably be gone from whatever evil misdemeanor they're up to, but still.
Probably.
What level did the boss look like, Scott?
He looked like an X.
An X.
That means level 10.
Or
I know
a
Roman
dragon,
numerals.
or a dragon, or a skull, possibly in some variants.
Oh, I see. I see. That
Um,
means he's too high of a level for you right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Come back later whenever you're the proper strength or health.
as you're sort of kind of whispering to each other, you hear
About his
hear,
level.
Um,
Is it over
Here-
9,000?
a number of feet stamp to what you know, I guess the noise of foot on floor, but lots
Is
and
that the
lots
band?
of stamping essentially on the ground. As you start to hear one of the men drawing people's attention to him. You hear silence at the top of his voice as as people are carried on.
King
Oh.
Ticklebomb is about to speak.
You don't hear anything after that. You just hear that as it sounds like someone's about to start addressing whatever is in this square.
I see.
All right. I agree. I don't think with the amount of people that it sounds like, I don't think we're going to be able to take this encampment at our current. What do you guys think?
We need a trap.
Trap would definitely work.
Well, you two work on trap ideas. I'm gonna go stealth up near here to see if I can hear a little bit more of what he's saying. Because can we clearly hear him, Scott, or is there like
Only when his voice is raised over the fire and stuff.
Right.
You could hear
Right.
you could hear a lot of voices because a lot of people were speaking.
Mhm.
You couldn't really make anything out of that. Now one person seems to be addressing whatever's up there. You heard the very loud parts of
right
speaking.
the silence? And I got you.
I mean, the silence, the loud parts of that speech sounded quite clear, but you can't make out anything outside of that.
I kind of want to hear what he's saying.
Can we hypothetically get an idea around the number of people we heard talking? Like, are we hearing like 4 to 5 people? Or are we hearing like 20, 30 people?
Based on 25's perception,
I don't know if we want to go by that.
What about
he
based
heard-
on mine, my 21, when I heard people?
you heard people. You heard a lot of voices, but it sounds like people trying to talk over each other. So it's quite difficult to make out. It sounded like a lot, whereas 25 maybe sort of couldn't hear it quite so clearly. He heard similar sort of numbers, but based on the sound of people stamping their foot to attention, it sounded like a lot. It sounded like a large number of people.
Okay.
Are we talking large 20 or are we talking large?
Exactly. Let's. Well, I
What-
guess we'll have to have
define
25.
large.
We'll have to have
Yeah.
25 do what 25 was doing to find out, I guess.
Yeah, I think
Alright.
Yeah.
that sounds like a plan.
All right. So I'm gonna.
Although I'm intrigued to find out about these traps.
Do
Same.
you want me to roll another
We'll have to
stealth?
find
Or...
out how many there are to decide what type of trap we're making.
No, you can stick with what you've got.
Okay. So
You
I'm gonna
haven't
make my
broken.
way.
You haven't broken that yet, and these guys don't seem to have noticed you yet either.
God, I
With
don't
the-
like the
not with a
placement of the
natural one.
squares.
We'll tie
right.
hundreds of
Yeah.
strings in between every tree
Where-
and get chased.
Where you are, we'll assume you're peeking around the corner. here.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So as you peek around the corner, flame sort of in your vision, you spot a large number of people. You spot maybe
Oh,
Wow, that's at least 6.
maybe getting towards 100 or so.
it's a lot.
Oh,
It's a lot of dots. I mean,
Yeah. There's a lot of dots.
they're not just numbers. I've
We
also
we
quick
lost you,
rolled
Scott.
20.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see a large number of people. They're all standing, listening to this man in the armor who's now taken off his helmet. You can't really make him out because of the fire, because of where you're standing. But he is a big human. He looks He looks his armor looks quite worn, sort of in terms of markings across it. He is addressing them.
Yeah. So counting the two in front of us is 89. Just saying.
Yeah, but each of those dots represent what? 5 men, 10 men, Scott?
No, they represent 1 to a point.
They represent the Tin Man.
They are standing a bit more organized than this. But this was the copy and paste job from Roll20. So
That's fair.
roll me some perception, 25.
Will do.
I really hope he brought minions from 4th edition into account with these guys.
That would be nice. 16 total.
Yeah.
What do you mean, minions? What?
In 4th edition minions, if you'd hit them with...
Scott knows
they
what I'm
basically had
talking
1
about.
HP.
They attack as a swarm.
Oh, Swarm of Red Lotus.
Swarms can be dealt with as well. It's just, you get it down to half and the swarm dissipates.
Swarms are devastating, though.
Yeah, they are.
So, 25, you sort of crouch down at the edge of this building. You're trying to listen. It's difficult over the crackle of the fire and so, but you can hear a hell of a lot more than you were standing back at the entrance to the town.
Right.
The larger man seems quite calm as he's talking. He shouts out, "Excellent work today. Today we show Tehran the might of the Crimson Lotus. Once our plan is fully realized, the world will know the true meaning of force."
He's a Bond villain.
Yeah.
He's petting a white cat.
Yeah.
"The world will be ours and everything in it."
And here's our plan in full.
He looks at the group of men. He points over in this direction. And this man jumps in the fire.
bit too excited.
As a sacrifice.
He looks at the men. He's like, "You 8, stay here and mop up. If anyone else comes along, you know what to do. And then meet us." He nods towards the robed figure who wanders off into an opening just here. And you watch as he starts to... It's difficult to see through the fire. You're kind of looking through this group of men, but you see this large purple portal essentially open as the armored man walks through, and then the troops start marching through this portal, leaving the town, leaving a remaining 8.
How will the remaining 8 know where to meet him? He didn't say that part of his evil plan.
I know, and I'm writing stuff down now and everything. And
It's weird that, isn't it? How he didn't announce his whole plan.
Yeah.
Just
it
a
didn't
tiny,
seem believable at all.
Yeah.
tiny little bit of information. Now these guys look really spread out, but they're standing quite close at this moment in time.
They're all humans, yeah.
Yeah, they all look like clones. No, they all look very similar. They're sort of humanoid figures. They're all wearing red leather armor, a mixture of weapons, sort of bows, swords, etc. But
Yeah. Okay.
very similar to what you'd seen before. As the rest of them march through the portal, the leader of this group seems to be giving orders. You hear as he says, "Right, you get the patrol. You go get the guys at the gates, and then we'll figure out a patrol plan from there." And 2 of these guys head off in this direction.
Okay. I feel sorry for the 2 people that missed the meeting.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Poor guys.
Did you just turn Scottish? What was that right?
I had something in my throat.
Okay. It's a crazy roll.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Oh, no. That's my Irish accent. Call back to tabletop like 5 months ago. All right. Anyway, so I head back. I let
It
them
was
know.
Russian.
Oh, all right. I was close. I let them know what happened, how the ranks have seriously diminished, and I let them know about the crazy purple portal and how we can probably make the town safe again, at least for now.
The guy that killed or sorry, the guy whose name I don't remember, whose armor I'm wearing died, and the guy went through a portal. Remember? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, hint, hint, reminding, back stuff. Maybe that's somehow related to the Crimson, or I call him the Red Lotus. The Red Lotus.
I can see that.
At that point,
but in character.
At that point, you see two guys walking around the perimeter of the town, even though I can't move them.
Guys,
they just seem to be stuck there.
Which ones?
The two on the far left.
Like
to the left of the house to our left.
They seem to be just standing there going, I don't know.
It's a
what's up.
field. Like Crimson Lotus guys or like guy guys?
Very much Crimson Lotus guys, yeah.
Well, one just went in the house.
Yeah.
He came back out.
That's a field.
They're fields.
Oh. I keep thinking those are houses.
Dark brown's field, light brown houses.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Still.
Yeah. Still.
So what's the big green grass field then? Who cares? Okay.
That's just
grass.
Generally, that's what you put fields on.
Yeah.
Generally. I mean,
they don't work so well if they're floating.
Yeah. Apparently not. Okay.
So I let them know we're down to probably 10, 15 max in the town. As far as people. And
well, if we saw those two coming around, then we'll know there's at least 12. Because Jesse said there was 8. We saw the 2 in front of us, and then the additional 2 coming around the side, who apparently can't move, but we know they're there.
Weirdly, they figure out how to move, and they continue to head in this direction.
Okay.
Relatively slowly. As you look at them, they look quite relaxed. They're sort of strolling around this town. They feel like their job is done from this.
Job done.
Job done. Looks like we have our targets.
Did you formulate a plan?
Indeed.
Did you get a trap?
Well, if we can take these 2 out away from everybody else.
We wait for them to get closer, and then we surprise and hopefully kill them.
I'm going to kind of be by this tree line here, so I have kind of, can duck into cover if need be, and
I
set
stay
myself
kind
up.
of in our little burrow of where we're hidden.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
You said we were still in bushes here, right, Scott?
You're in bushes.
All right.
These are 5-foot squares. Just how they.
Yeah, I mean the size of this is off just purely because of the size. So, we'll
Those
say
are
that
small houses. Wow, I just realized that.
we'll say that towards this fire, you're talking 100 odd feet.
Okay.
So you're probably talking 10-foot squares.
So 10 per.
Okay.
But bearing in mind, it's just simply because of the size we're struggling a bit, and because of the dot placement, you can't put them in any particular place in the squares. They kind of go where they want to go, top left corner.
So that'd be 60 feet for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I wonder if I can change it. I know I can, but I don't know how.
You click on the gear whenever you're opening the page to edit it, and then you just change the square size from 5 feet to 10.
Yep.
Job done.
Ooh. Yep. It's fixed.
Nice.
Yep.
All right. So, I've got an arrow readied.
Retention tips. Oh.
Okay, these guys are still.
Yeah, we are.
Still moving up.
Ooh. Whoop, sounding. Okay,
Still moving up. These guys are sort of standing, having a chat to themselves. They've been standing there, not really paying much attention to anything other than when that man walked past. That was the most alert that you've seen them.
Good to know.
I'm ready to fire whenever these guys are all set and ready to take some surprise actions.
I'm just waiting for them to get close enough for the surprise actions.
Okay, they continue to walk up. You guys still stealthing?
I am.
Okay.
I should probably go for a better stealth than stealthing.
Okay, roll me some stealth. That means you got to re-roll as well. 25.
Okay.
So much for better.
You got worse.
I get advantage, right?
No.
Wow, I'm right there with you.
Oh God!
Didn't get that bad.
Come on.
They walk out, and Kyle and I are laying in this.
They're like having a slap fight. No, you be quiet. No, you.
Mine's slightly higher, so he's laying in the grass, and I'm hiding behind him.
So as you see these guys, they're both carrying bows.
Okay.
They're both still walking along. They're doing their best to look around just in case, but you get the feeling that they feel like their job is done. And then
are either of the bows like glowy and
no
enchanted?
No. And then you hear it. You hear as Torb can't hold back any longer, and he clearly had the leftovers for breakfast. He had Bubble and Squeak,
beans and cheese,
as it drips up,
and some corn.
And at that point, these guys knock arrows. They're like, "Who goes there?" And they're pointing arrows in towards these bushes. You get the feeling, Torb, that they have spotted, certainly maybe not you, but that there's something in a bush over in this direction.
Right.
Can I take a surprise action since I'm...
Yeah, you certainly can.
I will mark this first guy with my hunter's mark and bow the shit out of him in the face hole. 11. I'm guessing does not bow the shit out of him in the face hole.
11 hits.
Oh shit!
Nice.
So that is a total of 7 damage to his brain
To his
parts.
face hole.
Yeah.
He takes it right in the shoulder. It knocks him back. He sort of turns and he goes to sort of regain his composure. Everybody roll some initiative.
Nice.
Sure.
Wow, I'm amazing. I guess there's a time to get a crit fail. It's during my initiative, which, by the way, because of my sweet dexterity, is a 0.
True. I got a 9.
I rolled a 0 on a 20 sided
Did I
dice.
get 9?
Nice. That's true talent.
Yeah,
I got
9.
16.
We'll be waiting.
My fart drifted over to Cain. He's
sorry,
choking
so
on it.
What did you get? 25?
16 total.
That gets confusing every time. I think he's asking the number. What'd you get? 25? No.
Just wait until it actually gets 25.
What did you get,
right.
Torb?
A 9.
And I rolled 0.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, at least you haven't rolled a -1.
That's true.
Twen-
If this was
25.
golf, though, I'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Pulling none.
25, you're up.
I'm gonna do the
25
thing
Asia.
again.
Okay.
Shoot him in the headpiece. 18, I'm guessing hits since 11 did.
Mm-hmm.
So that is 11 more points of damage. Can't
Nice.
complain about that.
Yeah.
11 points of damage.
Yes, sir.
The second arrow hits him square in the chest. He just falls backwards to the ground. His mate who's with him looks down at him. Eyes rage up as he points his arrow towards now a very obvious you standing in a bush.
Yep.
Torb, you're up.
All right.
So this one is no more.
Yay.
You said all down here is still bushes.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back.
Well, I thought we should probably keep track of them. Oh, you can't see them.
Is there a color X than red?
Yeah.
Oh,
There you
that
go.
works.
There we
He's
go.
been poisoned.
He's a pirate. Don't go near that guy. He's poisonous.
I'm just gonna
And then he turns into a dragon.
dash through there, and that is my turn.
Okay. So at that point, this guy who is in a rage
Against the machine.
shouts over in this direction, "Oi, get some help!" And then fires an arrow at you.
What did he say? Want some milk?
25, and he rolls a 1.
That
as
hits.
As he pulls his arrow back, string snaps on his bow. Arrow just kind of falls to the floor, landing in his friend. One of these guys looks up. He's like, "What?" The other one starts walking in this direction. Not really sure what's going on at this moment.
So are we all intimidated by how buff this guy is for just breaking his bow when he tried to pull it back? Because that would be terrifying to see.
Cain, you're up.
Yeah. So I'm going to. Let's see. How far is this guy? Too far. Actually, not really. But I mean, if his buddy's going to be coming, maybe I should move this way first. Try and help clear over here. So I'm going to where this dead guy is. Nice. I'm concealed underneath his corpse.
You are.
He wears the corpse like a tauntaun. And...
Yeah. It's the closest thing I have to armor. Now I'm going to swing at his buddy. Might need my attacks with it. Let's see. No, I'm just going to attack him.
Okay. I think we're going to say that you need to be in the same square to attack.
Do we?
These are 10-foot squares.
Thanks for telling me that after I moved in.
Well, I didn't really think about it until you moved a square before and then did it. So you can retract your movement and start again.
After I roll a 17 on hit.
We'll take that roll for the next bit of action that you do.
Okay. Let me see if I have something.
Something good now.
Well, no, if I have something that can reach.
Don't have a cantrip or anything?
Yeah, light.
He pulls a pole arm out of someplace he was hiding it. We won't say where.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if that's the case, I'll just try and use the attack and go with my crossbow.
Okay. You hit.
Yay.
And that does 1d8 piercing damage.
Nice.
Nice.
And
if you're proficient in
so,
it,
yeah. So
you can add your dex.
Yep. No, I can add my proficiency, can't I?
And you just had the
you had
associated
the modifier to the attack or to actually hitting him, not to the damage.
Right, but I'm saying when you also do it if you're proficient in the weapon, you add it to the damage. Dex if it's a dex-based weapon, strength if it's a strength-based one.
Well, if that's so, then I would do 0 damage.
Well, you can't go negative on it.
You might be able to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. So 1 damage.
Okay. This fella looks quite intimidating after breaking his bow. Kind of just snaps the bowl out of him, and fixes his eyes still on 25, who murdered his buddy.
Yes, I did.
You'll go 25.
Oh shit!
I just like the idea, just like, and it's just like, ow! It's like an airsoft gun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll take a step this way. My hunter's mark is going to be on this gentleman right now, and I'm going to take a shot at him. Shots. And I crit fail.
You break the string on your butt. No, you don't. You pull the arrow back. You go to let loose, and it kind of ricochets off the. You weren't holding it tight enough to the bow. It ricochets off the edge and kind of darts off in a curving direction across the field, nowhere near where you were aiming.
But it does kill the other enemy.
I can curve arrows.
You realize at that point you've still got half the feathers in your fingers. Okay.
Yep.
Torb, you're up.
All right. Gonna get up in the guy's face.
Okay.
You gotta get in a square. Yeah. Okay.
And then swing with my halberd.
Okay.
Is a 12.
That hits.
All right.
Nice.
Gonna be
A dwarf with a halberd sounds terrifying. It's like a normal to scale halberd.
It is. It's great.
Is it got range?
It does.
Yeah, it should like a lance.
That is 10 damage.
Okay.
This like, oh crap, what is the head called? The like the spear portion of it. It alone will be the size of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel it. You watch as you sink it into his hip. He sort of lets out a yelp as he pulls it out and pushes it back towards your hand. At that point, this guy who watched the arrow fly in a completely different direction yells to this one, "Go get some help!" As you watch as this guy runs off in this direction.
They're making this easy for us. We'll just keep camping back here and taking them out one by one.
Yeah.
Right.
And this guy, 10, 20, 30, heads up. He's going to draw out both his daggers, and then he's going to head in this direction. So get right up into your face after watching you fire an arrow towards him.
Shit, nice.
Cain, you're up.
Well, now I can actually move it to somebody, so I'm just going to go right up here by all these guys. And I'm going to try and get this guy off of 25.
Okay.
That's 8 plus 3 plus 2.
That looked like a 20. It held a 20 for like 2 seconds
30,
and then rolled over.
Mm-hmm.
That hits.
Nice. All right. I'll take it. 5.
Okay. What are you using?
My great axe.
Okay, so you swing the axe down into his back, right into the sort of the between the shoulder blades. He reels away in pain, sort of looking back at you now, Cain. 25.
Well, since he got all up in my face, I reached to my hip for my nice enchanted dagger that I got a few sessions ago, like say session 1, and I jab it in his eye.
Okay.
Or he's looking at me now. You have to stab it in the back of his head, so it pops out of his eye.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Yeah.
What can you remember about said dagger?
It's called the Swift Blade.
And
It's a +1 dagger when I'm top of the initiative order, and I'm top of the initiative order. So it's
And
a
it leaves
+1
a
dagger.
perfect shave every time. Remember to use promo code swiftblade.com/SMG for 20% off your next purchase.
sorry, you
Exactly.
really think a razor company are going to sponsor us lot?
Yes.
No, I mean, we're still working on that bad
Maybe.
dragon one. But...
I think Swiftblade will.
I don't think they'd appreciate us all turning up with beards and whatever's on your face.
I keep mine clean in this area. I let the sideburns grow out.
That's an 8. There's no way that hits.
That does not hit.
Yeah, I figured.
So being first in initiative order, you pull out the dagger, you spin it round, looking really cool, swing at him, he just kind of moves out of the way as you entirely.
Actually, this will probably be the last session with the sideburns. I'm probably going to shave them off today.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Exclusive.
Yup.
Thanks, Swiftblade. King.
Torb, you're up.
Right. Swing at him again.
Okay.
Gonna be 10.
No.
10 does not hit. This time he's wise to your thrusting. Kind of
We all are.
scoots to the side as it misses his thigh. And at that point, he's going to draw out a short sword and swing at you.
Sure.
Torb. He rolls a 7.
Nope.
This guy who's still standing takes out his sword, obviously from earlier. He's going to swing at Cain, who is now facing. He rolls a 20, not a natural 20.
Well, yeah, that does hit me.
Well, with your armor, surely not.
He does 4 damage as he
That would
thrusts
hit any of us.
thrusts the blade into your shoulder area.
Cool. I use my my reboot, my reaction.
Okay.
So he has to do a dex saving throw.
Should just be your spell save.
Yeah, I went the wrong way with it. Is that?
Okay.
Spell save is 14.
He does not make it.
Nice.
Poor guy. Okay, well, let me see. Yeah, okay. He takes this much damage plus what's my charisma?
80,000.
Yeah.
He takes this plus 4.
19.
That is 19 damage.
Nice.
Okay. He what is this?
That's him getting engulfed in flames because I pointed at him.
Okay. Flames rise up from basically from his boots and just engulf him. Disappears. Nowhere to be seen. There's just a pile of ash on the floor.
Nice.
At that point, 25, you're like trying to brush the flames away from you because it's got right beside you.
Yeah.
I loot the ashes.
He's dead. He's dead, but I can't click on him because there's 7,000 people around him. So we'll just assume he's dead for now.
Yeah.
I'll just move. There you
There
ahead
you
and
go.
make them poisonous.
25, back to you. Oh, thanks.
We separated like the Red Sea.
Yeah, appreciate it. You got ash on your boots as you step away.
Shocker.
I always
All
have
right, well,
ash on my boots.
Might as well help my boon companion out over here. My hunter's mark goes to the guy that Mr. Torbion is fighting.
I don't think he's actually Torbjorn.
No, it's just Torb.
It's Torb, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just making light of the situation.
I just want to see how many jokes we make.
Crit
shoot
fail my bow
Torb.
attack yet again, shooting Torb in the back of the head and dealing crit damage to him and killing him. Roll up another new character, Kyle.
I already have one. Scott won't let me use them though.
Oh God.
This
He's
time
level
you
27 astronaut.
this time you let go of the bow. As you do, you realise that you hadn't actually knocked the arrow. Just the string goes twang.
Kind of look at him like, what the heck?
Cain just kind of looks up at you.
You were too busy trying to pat the fire out. The little cinders that burned off. All right.
So back to you.
Sure. Would be, yeah, that hits. Pretty sure.
18
Yeah.
hits.
Yep. Right. It's gonna be 12 damage.
Okay. He takes the halberd straight into the heart as you ram it forward. Literally, just sort of slumps down onto the end of your blade as you sort of push him off, falls to the floor. Deed.
Kyle, you finally got to
nice.
ram someone in Scott's campaign.
Yeah. I
traded him.
So I see that these guys definitely are Crimson Lotus.
You do.
With my bonus action, I would like to take my hammer and smash his face in.
Are we supposed to take that thing?
Just
It's on his chest. He's aiming for his face.
yeah.
No, I know, but whenever we met the people, okay, so the people really cut the people's
Did
heads
they
off.
want the
You kind
heads?
You kind of know it's insignia rather than the actual bodies.
Yeah.
You get the feeling that the people you met that first time, they just didn't want to be stripping the armor away in front of you guys and in front of the females that were with you. They were.
So they just decapitate him.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I think in the heat of battle was one thing. I think after the battle of stripping armor in front of people is.
But the heat of lust is another.
Yeah, although
unless you're 20, unless you're Cain, obviously. Dumps a naked body in the middle of town.
Although
I didn't dump him. I gracefully placed him.
Yeah.
Okay,
Although despise my hate for the Crimson Lotus, I do close his eyes, and then I smash his face in.
Okay, so you guys watch as he slowly slides his hand down, just brushing over the eyes so the eyelids close, and then you watch as his hand pulls up behind him and just slams down. As he did, there's this horrible thud, and you just see crimson fly through the air either side, landing on the floor. He turns around to you, covering his face. There's blood down the front of his chest. There's blood splatter. No, it's a mess.
Good kill.
Double tap.
Roll me some perception.
Well, I mean, we probably need to wait for that next group to get here now.
Roll me some
Luckily,
perception.
25 and I chilling in the brush.
15 total. Yeah, me and Cain are holding hands over here.
In a totally broody way, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I got a
20.
7.
I got a 20.
Okay. You notice nothing really. You didn't get a natural 20, did you? No, 18. Yep. You hear a little bit of movement over in this direction. But you can't see anything in particular. Seems to have gone very, very quiet.
Seems they're setting a trap for us. Gentlemen, what should we do?
Is it kind of like a little free period right now, Scott? Are we out of combat?
You're out of initiative, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna take the insignia off of the one dude.
Okay.
Move over to that guy.
You cut round it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you bit awkward.
Kyle's dead.
Yeah. I'll let Scott. Sure.
You can't actually pick up the armor. Oh, you moved a dead person.
There we go.
He is the dead person.
All right.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna move over to this guy. Take the insignia and bash his face in.
Okay.
Does there happen to be?
Go
ahead. Does there happen to be an insignia in the dust of the guy that was at our feet?
Not that you can see.
Fair enough.
I'm pretty sure he was wearing leather armor.
Yeah, there's none of it left.
Yeah.
That's okay. We can just put all the dust in a wax up of cup and bring it. And be like, here's another one.
And then I guess I will make my way over back to them.
All we gotta do is put them in a chest. Oh wait.
So we've deduced 25 that there's no people in this town, right?
None that I saw. It seemed like all the houses were ransacked.
If they set an ambush, we should burn it to the ground.
Slightly opposed, but possibly.
What's your reasoning?
Well, if they're hiding in here waiting for us, we'll lure them out, or they'll stay in there and burn.
Yeah.
But what if further settlers from the town want to come in and reclaim this land?
Then they'll start anew.
I mean, your plan does have merit.
At that point, you hear noise coming from this direction. You also hear
he's peeking around out of the shadow.
Yeah, you also hear noise over in this direction as well.
In which
direction?
So over here.
Oh, okay, yeah, there he is.
And
on
over
the
here.
House.
Yeah. Maybe not on the house so much, but you certainly hear noises in that direction.
Okay. How about we just burn down that house? No, okay.
I mean, you're more than welcome to. It does appear they are trying to close in on us.
Yes.
Does sound that way.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like because I can see the dude peeking out of the shadow, I feel like it's some weird metagaming and I don't like it.
I mean, you get the feeling that these guys are moving up either way.
Right.
And that guy's popped in the middle of the house.
Yeah. You know, some of these you can hear, some of these you can't hear.
Yeah.
But you get the feeling that they're approaching. At that point, Torb.
Yo.
You watch an arrow fly past your face, literally just whizzes past you millimeters away from your cheek, which came from the side of this house here. Everybody roll initiative.
Oh, they know where all three of us are?
They know where the distance was simply because Torb was standing out in the open. You know, he knows where, obviously, what one of these guys.
I guess I was
just
saying because the one guy just went to get help and then didn't really know anything else on it, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, he knew where they were heading. He knew what was going on. So they've been heading in that direction based on his instruction.
I got
also, last time Jesse was the one to roll a crit fail on the initiative.
Yeah,
right.
Got 18.
Got?
18.
Okay.
And Jesse and I both have 4, but I go before him.
Yep. Guess I don't get to go Swifty this time.
No.
Don't forget to buy our shaving product. Oh.
Don't forget to go to baddragon.com/SMG.
No.
For all your best razors.
That will give you a Crimson Lotus.
Heyo. Might even have a product called that.
Torb, you're up.
All right.
It sounds like you get a prolapsed anus.
Gonna move through the bushes.
I almost called this that, but
was that close.
And I'm going to attempt to stealth.
Okay.
Gonna be 14.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
Okay. So next up, the Crimson Lotus goes. This guy who has been peeking around the corner. Are you sort of against the side of this building here?
Me?
So you've moved forward against the side. Of this
I'm
building.
in the bushes still.
Okay. So this guy here
hiding in the bushes.
Yeah, this guy here saw you run into the bushes and is going to fire an arrow at disadvantage into those bushes, and get a natural 1. As he's realised that he hasn't got an arrow knocked either. He's like, "What is going on?" This guy is going to. What was your stealth?
14.
This guy's going to move up to here, look around the corner, and he kind of looks around, and then his eyes meet your eyes as he sees you crouched down in the bush.
And he hears.
He smells. No, he moves up and attacks you with his sword. He rolls a 11.
Nope.
At that point, this guy here also sees, so he runs up to the. He grows in size.
He rages.
Yeah.
He runs up and fires an arrow from the side of this building towards you. He rolls a 17.
That will hit.
Take 5 points of damage as this arrow glances into your shoulder, into the side of your arm, as this arrow hits you. This guy also heads up into this direction. I don't know how much you're going to be able to see of them with the hidden areas, but he's sort of peeping around this corner here, still hiding.
Guy? Oh, him.
Yeah, him.
Hiding, but still peeping around. He's
Yep.
also going to fire an arrow at you. He rolls a 15.
That will hit as well. Just barely.
Yeah, he fires as well, and you take 3 points of damage as this arrow pierces your armor, the front of your armor this time, hitting you in the chest.
Okay.
This guy, hearing all the commotion, is heading up and also going to attack you. even though he can't stand anywhere different. So he's in the same. I'm going to leave him in this. Oh, I'm not. I'm going to leave him in this square. But you guys know that he's in the same square.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Just simply because I can't put them in different locations because it's stupid.
Yep.
He's also going to take an attack at you with his sword. He rolls a natural 20. He does 8 damage to you as he slams the sword into your side.
It kind of barks at you in like a weird like battle cry.
Okay, this guy moves up and stops at this corner here. That's their go. We are on to Cain.
All right. I use Dreadful Aspect. So everybody I pick around has to roll a Wisdom saving throw. And that's within 30. So I think that's all of them. Yeah,
Okay.
all the enemies are within
Is
30.
it people you can see, or
Anyone around me within 30 feet that I choose.
okay, so you have to be able to see them to know they're there, or to perceive them to know they're there.
Right.
Actually, they have to be able to see me
Okay.
because they're basically seeing some weird demonic creature. Like,
Okay.
yeah. So they have to do a Wisdom save of 14.
So what are we doing? We're saying this one, sorry, this one, this one, this one.
Yeah, I think he's saying these
Yeah,
4.
Any
one.
any enemy
Okay.
that's within 30 feet that can see me.
Okay, let me just make a note of which ones these are.
And then they become frightened.
Okay, bear with.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got the bare necessities. That's it. That's all I got.
Okay. So DC 14 save. I'm going to start with this guy that you're standing on top of, pretty much.
Okay.
Is it touch or? Oh no, it's just
No,
they
it's
can see you. Sorry.
yeah.
So wisdom save. Did you say?
Correct. Yeah. I'm just making sure I've got everything right now. I'm looking up this stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead.
So the first one, this one here, gets an 11, so fails. This one here also fails. This one over here gets a natural 20. This one here gets a natural 20. So these two both save.
Yeah, and the two close ones are afraid.
The two close ones fail.
Okay.
So what affects them? They're scared, did you say?
Yep, they're fear.
Are they feared or frightened?
I need a fear face. I'm going with this one.
So what does fear do?
Well, that was one of the things I was checking because I'm not
Yeah.
sure how fear necessarily. I think it's disadvantage on attacks, but I'm making sure.
I think so, because there's a big difference between being feared and being frightened, or something like that.
Oh, actually, it is
Fear.
frightened. You're right. It is frightened.
Okay, so the
All right.
effect is frightened.
Yeah.
So what does that do for them?
Frightened creature has disadvantage on all ability checks and attack rolls. The source of its fear is within line of sight. The creature can't willingly move closer to its source of fear.
So there you go. And if it gets 30 feet away from me, or further than 30 feet, so if it gets out of the range, it can try another Wisdom save to escape it. But
is that the same as if it breaks line of sight?
no,
Okay.
it just has to be farther than 30 feet because right now it's just terrified of me regardless.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they both kind of take a step back.
That's
As
frightened.
what happens as part of this spell? What do you do?
Or what do they see?
Yeah.
My inner demons.
Oh,
Jesus,
boy.
they shit their pants.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
25.
All right. Let's see.
It's like Ghost Rider whenever he grabs their face and makes them see stuff. And it just forces him to watch every Nick Cage movie.
Oh God. I'm
Hold on,
frightened now.
At least one of them is okay. Probably two.
Yeah.
I don't actually mind Nick
Yeah.
Cage films, but there's
I
some
mean,
that are just.
I've watched Con Air more than any other film, I reckon, apart from Die Hard.
Joe versus the volcano.
You really
What
like
the-
Die Hard, don't you?
Put the bunny back in the box. I do like Die Hard. I also like The Rock. Not the
The
wrestler.
Rock's a good one.
Like the wrestler. Oh.
Yep.
I like him
like
in
The Rock.
Fairy.
And Face Off. So, I'm down with this. I'd have watched.
Yeah.
It's all about Tooth Fairy and Kindergarten Cop.
Um,
Arnold.